Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Suikoden 5. In the last episode, we made our way into Stormfist proper to take over the place and to take out Godwin Castle and find out who's wielding the Twilight Rune. On the way, we ran into Kilderic and killed him in battle in the arena, and we ran into Dilber Novum guarding the Godwin Castle, and we killed him as well. In this episode, we're done with pretty much everything else that we need to do around here, so our only alternative now is to head upstairs. One thing I do want to mention equipment-wise, I did a little bit of adjusting as far as the equipment's concerned, and the biggest thing I did was I went ahead and gave George Belcoot's eyeball ring, just because I believe we have another one back at HQ, but for the meantime, I did want to go ahead and give it to George because he deals out a lot more damage, and it will help mitigate all of the male issues, all the issues with his armor. He has a bigger, basically chunk of HP that gets taken off for each of them, so I figured it'd be a better choice for George. Okay, there are a couple things we can grab while we're here. Go into this room and we grab a Windspun helm that I will have to make room for because I am again out of stuff. Let's see, well, I can get rid of these actually, because I don't see us using them at any point. Then basic boots, we can get rid of those too. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up that Windspun helm. And who would be best to equip it, I wonder? Belcoot is the only one who can equip it, so, well, that answers my question, I guess. Then, if we head over this way, and fight off the Legion of Godwin soldiers that stand in our way, we can come to another treasure room, this time containing Old Book 3, which is always great to have. Alright, with that, our next destination is actually over here to the southwest, where, as it turns out, well, we go to Gazelle's room. Gazelle certainly can't be there, right?
Ah, there you are. George, you're back too, huh? And Shun, it's been a while.
Sialeeds. I can't believe it.
What's the matter? What are you all so surprised about? Oh, it must be my hair. It's always been this color, you see. I just stopped dyeing it, that's all. Oh, by the way, is Leon okay? Oh, it's good to know.
Sialeeds, did you really have to do all this? Tell me, why?
It's like I told the prince before. You don't need to know my reasons.
You traitor!
Anyway, isn't this what you've been looking for?
Is that...
the Twilight Rune?
Just like when you took possession of the Dawn Rune. It looks like I've been chosen by a rune as well.
Heaven help us.
So that means the attack on Kilderic's soldiers was all your doing.
It can't be.
What? You don't believe me? Want to test it out?
Yep, we get to fight our aunt. Hi, Sialeeds, let's kill you now. Now, she has the Twilight Rune, and obviously that can be a problem. But it's honestly not as much of a problem as you might think. Let's see, let's go ahead and see about getting our physical fighters psyched up here. Okay, go ahead, Shun. Belcoot being in the middle, or back middle row is going to be a problem in this battle, but hopefully not too bad. Let's see, let me go ahead and do Comet, I guess, because column attacks will be good right now. Then Zagai, obviously we're going to hold on to your rune until we really need it. And there you see Shun's multi-attacking power. He will multi-attack pretty regularly. Alright, George and Belcoot are on fire. That's what I like to see. Now, of course, given that Sialeeds is a magical wielder, magic is not going to do as much damage to her as one might think. Oh, there's your Twilight Rune. Looks pretty bad, doesn't it? And apparently it is pretty bad because it put George and the prince and the guy to sleep, although apparently two of them went ahead and woke up. Alright, so pretty much same program as before. Now, the only difference is obviously we're not going to have the prince to heal, but I don't see that being terribly necessary, to be honest. Yep, there we go. So, we're out of room, which means... Yes, I'm definitely not getting rid of the old book, that's for sure. Okay, what do I want to get rid of to do this? I guess the Berserk Blow scrolls.
My, how strong you've gotten. Finally, a worthy opponent.
What the hell are you trying to do anyway? Why did you help us when we were surrounded by Kildrick's soldiers?
I'll tell you why. Because I can't have the prince dying just yet, that's why.
Huh?
Personally, I don't care what you're trying to do. Give the Twilight Rune back to me. It's not meant to be used for such evil.
Follow me to Sol Falena. We'll settle everything there.
Wait! Don't just stand there! Send Rathfleet after her!
It's no use. Even Log's ship couldn't catch her.
Damn.
I don't understand. What's taken over Lady Sialeeds?
Okay, well, that pretty well does it. I believe after Sialeeds leaves, so too do all the soldiers, so we don't really have much else to do here except go downstairs and say hi to all our friends. Oh man, not more Godwin idiots. Nope, these are our pals. Ah, Your Highness, made it in one piece, eh? He's on our side? With a crazy grin like that, he could pass for an enemy any day. I mean, just look at that hairdo. That was quick. Were you able to bust through the front gate? It is as you surmised, Sir George Prime. The enemy's defenses were far from impregnable. Huh. Their chain of command must be a mess now that we've taken out Kildrick and General Novum. Yeah, the enemy units in town are folding like decks of cards too. And you know what that means, right? Yep, Stormfist is now as good as ours. I see. So, Sialeeds is the new bearer of the Twilight Rune, just like I thought. You already knew? No, of course not. I would have said so if I'd known. But I was sure of one thing. I would never have let the prince go otherwise. Huh? I knew it was dangerous. Still, I believed Lady Sialeeds wouldn't, and in fact, couldn't kill the prince. You mean you figured out what she's up to? Perhaps. But does it really matter? We know exactly what we must do, no matter what Lady Sialeeds has in mind. Friador, wait up! It's Zweig! He found something strange upstairs! Also, we get new castle music, which I gotta be honest, I think it's only really in these environs in Castle Godwin that we hear this version of the music, so it's interesting that we get a new twist to things. And of course, we've got Lorelei with us, and I believe the party's empty other than that, yeah, because I couldn't do the Cathari Dash. Fortunately, it's not that big of a deal. If you wanted to avoid the random battles in the castle, this would be the time when you could go and get everything. So, if you wanted to grab the treasure now, of course, you've got the run of the castle, so do whatever. Ah, there you are. Take a look at these. They were left behind by Godwin's scholars. They're written in Sindar. Can you read them at all, Zweig? Nothing of much importance is written here. That's probably why they left them behind. I don't doubt they took all the important tablets to Sol Falena. Still, the ones here have piqued my interest. They're of the same peculiar stone found only at the Sindar ruins in Falena. They couldn't have come from foreign shores, and they're unlike the stone at Saros Lake. And we'd have known if anything was looted from the castle. But the deep Twilight Forest ruins have been looted so many times over the years. Who says these tablets didn't come from there? I think it might be possible. If you start thinking that way, then plenty of other things might be possible. Facts. Those are the only things we can believe in. Cold, hard facts. Well, alrighty then. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so after we get done with that, we just have to head back downstairs again and relate the news to Lucretia. Is something wrong, Your Highness? It looks like Lord Godwin was researching some ancient Sindar tablets. That much we know. What we don't know is exactly where the tablets came from. I see. I think it might be worth a further look. No, don't waste your time. Huh? No matter what turns up at this point, it won't change what we have to do. Your Highness, let's go. We must head for Sol Falena. Why, Lady Cyaleeds, welcome back. No time for pleasantries, Gazelle. Your castle has fallen, Marskell. Dilber and Kildrick are dead. Dilber's dead? So, you really do have feelings. I thought that was only a rumor. I won't deny that I feel a certain loss, but it's a price I'm willing to pay. The fate of Falena depends on our success. We may lose a few good men along the way, but with sacrifice comes success. Sacrifice, eh? So, Gazelle, what are your feelings? I'm just happy that you returned safely, Lady Cyaleeds. You were the one who made that nutcase Kildrick a Queen's Knight in the first place. And I stand by my decision. Had Kildrick done anything to you, my lady, I would have never forgiven him. You'd be in trouble without this little thing, wouldn't you? Of course, but it means nothing compared to your life. Because I'm the only one worthy of mastering this rune. If you're such a master, then why did Kildrick and General Novum have to die? If you really were a master, the rebel army would have been wiped out long ago. And I can't help but wonder if you played some role in the deaths of Kildrick and General Novum. Alenia, that's enough. Your commandership! I don't understand why you... I understand why you have your doubts, Alenia. But you, of all people, should know how hard it is to control this rune. Huh. I'm just getting warmed up. You'll see just how much of a master I can be. Excellent. I hope you will make full use of your power in the coming showdown. The rebel army is finally making its way here to Solfalena. Preparations are underway for a full-scale battle. It's pointless to try and hold Rainwall now. Let's call our troops back here. Rainwall, huh? Seems like the perfect time. I'll go bring the troops back then. I don't think the matter necessitates sending you, Lady Sialeeds. Actually, there's a little loose end I need to tie up there. Yeah, well, we'll see what that loose end is in just a moment. Alright, so what we gotta do is... Actually, we have to leave HQ and come back to our room. But it is worth noting that this is a really good time to raise money and SP, particularly in the Big Hole area. If you have access to the initial portion, of course, that's good. But if you have access to the extra Big Hole area with Eresh in it, or with Eresh's dungeon, that, of course, is much, much better in regards to any sort of SP or leveling up or anything like that. Because, of course, as they mentioned, we are getting ready for the battle for Solfalena, so we're going to need all the help we can get. This is not a point of no return, so to speak, so don't worry. If you want to wait to do this later, of course you can. But if you want to do it now, this is a really good time to do it. Okay, so I'm going to sneak out of the castle, come back, and then go back into my room, and then, well, we'll find out what that loose end is from Sialeeds.
Say that again?
The Godwind soldiers are going to withdraw from Rainwall. Aren't you happy?
Yes, of course we are. So, why did you...
What I do is none of your business.
Yes, Your Highness. So sorry, Your Highness.
All right, so I've given you the message then. Oh, and one more thing, Salam.
Why, of course, Your Highness. What is it?
I want to talk to you about Lucerina. Come here.
Yes. Please, Your Highness, tell me about Lucerina.
Well, how can I put it? She's doing really well. Actually, she seems to have forgotten all about you. So now... you can rest in peace.
Huh? No!
Did you really think I was going to forgive you? Huh. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. Now that an imbecile like you is head of the Barrows faction, I'm sure it will fall to ruin anyway.
You. What are you doing here? I'm just here to help you. In case you don't have the stomach for it, in other words. Gazelle put you up to this, didn't he? He doesn't trust me to get the job done? Why, that pathetic little... If you can't handle it, just leave it to me. No need. I've already handled it myself. Oh, boy. Yeah, so now... Solemn Barrows is dead. Now, I do want to note that there actually is one extra piece of business that I want to do, but it is actually not on this save file, because if you did not recruit Eresh from the Big Hole dungeon, you can now recruit the final Star of Destiny. In order to do that, we have to go to Rainwall. So I'm actually going to transfer over to another save file in which I did not recruit Eresh, and I will see you guys when we get to Rainwall on that file. Interesting. Okay, so, sorry, a little side note on the way to Rainwall. I don't know what happened exactly, but occasionally Vicky can actually teleport you to a different location. And you can tell by when she gets ready to teleport you, she sneezes. So, I have a fortune piece, which I have no room for in this file. So let's make room for it, I guess. It's an old file, so I'm not going to make much use of it anyway. But you get a fortune piece, and I assume I'm still in the castle because the castle music is still playing. Okay, well, so that's what you can get in that room. It's, well, not nothing exactly, but it's not anything particularly great. But I guess now would be a good time to mention that after you see the scene with essentially the killing of Solemn Barrows, then you have the ability to actually teleport to Rainwall, which is definitely very nice. Of course, now that we've been zipped to, well, mysterious regions within the castle, I guess we're going to have to try and do that again and hope that Vicky doesn't sneeze us into other locations. I actually was a little surprised, honestly, because I have been sneezed to a different location before, but not that one, actually. It's a location on the world map. I don't know. We may get the chance to see it. We may not. All right, let's try to actually go to Rainwall this time. And once we're here, the town is empty of any Godwin presence. If you tried to come here before, then you get chased off by the Godwin soldiers and you can't really do anything. But now that the town's emptied out, though, it's time for us to find our last recruit. And said last recruit, at least in the non-Erish side of things, I guess, is actually here in the Barrows Mansion. Well, hello, Prince. It's been a while, eh? Oh, have you heard? I'm the new head of the Barrows family. Because... Lady Cylese killed my father! Lady Cylese told me that she knows the Barrows family won't last long with a spineless wretch like me in charge. That's why she let me live, and I suppose she's right. This is surely the end of the Barrows family line, extinct, exanimated, exterminated. And it's all because of you! You took everything from me! Stole, despoiled, purloined! Give it back! Give back our Barrows family honor! Give back Lucerina! And father, oh, give me back my dear father! Oh, such a tragedy! Father, please, give him back! Brother, get a hold of yourself! Oh, hi, Lucerina. I didn't realize you came with us. Lucerina? Father, and the entire House of Barrows, we got what we deserved for the way we behaved. Why? Why can't you understand that? You're wrong. That can't be. I didn't. Pull yourself together, brother. You're the head of the Barrows household now. How is the patriarch of the Barrows family supposed to behave? Oh, brother. Okay, well, let's see if we can chase after him. Yes, truth be told, I knew it all along. Yes, of course, Mother. I understand. Prince, I have committed insurmountable offenses and caused an indefensible amount of pain. I realize that a few words are woefully insufficient to undo my many misdeeds. But do you think I have even the merest of chances for atonement? If you say no to this, you lose him forever. He goes into the room with his mother, essentially to waste away. We, however, are going to choose the more noble option. Of course. Oh, Your Highness. I thank you. I bless you. I praise you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. From this day onward, I, Euron Barrows, pledge total allegiance, loyalty, and fealty to His Highness the Prince. Mark my words. I shall devote my life to your cause, and to Felena. Alright, well, that pretty well does it. I don't remember if there's anything official after this, but we can talk to Lucerina and find out. Brother? Lucerina, I have caused you unspeakable grief and embarrassment. I am hardly deserving of the appellation brother. I can't expect you to forgive me easily. I only hope that you will allow me the chance to redeem myself. Brother. Oh, Prince, thank you so much. If even His Highness can give you a chance, then there might be hope for you yet, my brother. Now, let us work together to restore the luster to the House of Barrows. Lucerina, forgive me, and thank you. You don't have to thank me. That's what sisters are for. Oh, but what about Mother? She's fine. She said to go ahead and not worry about her. I see. Now, Prince, let us go together. And Euron Barrows becomes the final star of destiny on the non-heirish path. Now, a quick word about Euron Barrows before we go. Euron has essentially not very much utility. He's not a battle character. He's not an entourage character. The only thing he can really do is give the rumor skill in army battles, which, of course, we've seen it before. We've seen it most notably with the Oboro clan, so it's not exactly as though it's anything new. But it is nice to see him reform. It's nice to see him come around to the right side of things after the demise of his father, after the sheltering of his mother, and essentially the demise of the Barrows family line, by and large. I do want to note one last thing before we finish, and that is, I actually had never seen these scenes before. I knew that you could recruit Euron, but I never had, even in my run-up to this game. So, it's interesting. It's a nice little scene. I'm glad I saw it. Next time on Suikoden 5, we are going to take a little bit of a side trip to Stormfist, because we've just liberated the city, so I'm going to go see about picking up some groceries. And then, well, things are going to get very important very fast, because I will note before we finish with this episode, what is coming up in the very immediate future is the game's check of your 108 Stars of Destiny. If you do not have all 108 by this point, there are a few folks you can still go back and recruit if you haven't recruited them yet. For instance, Cyro and Shinro. But if you have not gotten your 108 Stars of Destiny by this point, the game checks for that, and if you do not have them, you will not be able to get the best ending in the game, so please note that. Alright, sorry about that. Next time on Suikoden 5, we're going to visit Stormfist, and then we will move forward to preparing to attack Sol Felena itself. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.